I didn't think I'd have to bring this thing out for quite a while as the Blue Jays, well, as you can tell, they sweep the Baltimore Orioles in a 4-game series for the first time since 1978. That's what the stat I heard today. And, you know what, I know people are going to say, oh, you know, it's the Baltimore Orioles, you should do that. I don't care who you are. Sweeping any team in a 4-game series is not easy. And the Jays did that today. A lot of people questioning this team, but they have now won 4 straight. Now, I get it. I know it's Baltimore, so then the next series is going to be the real test. But it didn't start out so great, you know. Top of the second inning, Trey Mancini with the home run to make it a 1-0 lead for the Orioles, and we're all thinking, okay, well, now we got to try and come back from this. Well, don't you worry about that. Bottom second, Curtis Granderson kind of loops one, and Mancini tries to dive for it, misses it, and Urshela and Randall Grichuk come in to score, and the Jays are up 2-1, like that. I love it. I love it. And you got to keep the ball rolling, though. Bottom of the 3rd inning, Kendrys Morales hits an Oppo Taco shot into the Blue Jays bullpen. It's a 3-1 lead. And here we go. This is where the 4th inning things get real interesting. They get really fun. But you know what? My personal thought about the way this inning went, the first batter was Randall Grichuk. And he rifles a ball back at Alex Cobb, just barely missing him, and it goes into center field. Now, a lot of people are just saying, oh, you know, it's just a tough play, right? You know, it's a base hit, and you know, the pitcher's got to come back from that. Well, if you guys don't remember, and if you guys weren't watching the game, they brought it up many times. A couple of years ago, I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago now, Alex Cobb got a line drive right off the bat, off the head. Remember having to J Happ back when he was a Blue Jay, I think the first time around? Or no, maybe it was, I don't even remember when that was. But Alex Cobb got one, and he was injured for quite a while. He was lying all on the ground, rolling around. It was awful. It was a terrible, terrible thing. And the first batter of this inning, it looks almost identical, but it misses him. I'm not saying that rattled him. It could have, because then Diaz flies out to left field. You know, and then Urshela does just about the exact same thing, rifles it right back at him, but the Jonathan Scope behind second base can't make the play. Ruled an infield single. The Jays got 2 runners on. Next up, Curtis Granderson. And Alex Cobb down 3-0 to Curtis Granderson. Looks like he's going to load the bases, but no. The Grandy man drills a 3-0 fastball into the seats, and the Jays have a 6-1 lead. We ain't done yet. Next batter, Solarte. He hits a ball right up the middle. Again, it wasn't at his head this time. It was down at his feet. That's 3 balls in the inning, rifled right back at Alex Cobb. He's all over the place right now. And Solarte gets the single there. And Teoscar Hernandez singles to left field. And then, yes, Morales grounds out, but that moves the runners over. And then Pilar singles over the shortstop, Manny Machado's head, and 2 runs come in to score. The Jays are up 8-1. This is incredible. And even in that inning, they bring out Araujo. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He walks Russell Martin. Then Grichuk singles again. We'll start talking about Randall Grichuk a little bit more in a little bit. But bottom line, the Jays have a huge 4th inning. A nice 6 spot, and they got a great looking my math was way off there. The Jays got now a 9-1 lead. But they ain't done yet. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning, you know, and Urshela walks on 4 pitch to lead off the inning. Then Granderson doubles, and Solarte grounds out, but that's okay. Then Teoscar Hernandez with the home run, and the Jays just continue to go on a roll. Granderson comes in to score there. 2 batters later, Kevin Pilar drills a home run to center field. The Jays put up 4 more. It is 13-1 at this point. 13-1. Alex Cobb, that's not Alex Cobb, obviously, in that 5th inning, but back when he was with the Tampa Bay Rays, he dominated the Blue Jays. It was all over the Jays. We couldn't do anything against him. And today, we couldn't do no wrong. He went 3 2/3, giving him 11 hits, 9 runs. The Jays really got to him. And with all the offense that was produced, Marco Estrada's great start really doesn't... It gets overlooked. He goes 6 innings plus a batter, giving out 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts for Marco Estrada. And one of the runs and one of the hits was Jonathan Scope's home run that I don't know how the heck he hit that out of the ballpark, but he did. Went down and got it, pretty much swung with one hand on the bat. But it's whatever. Marco Estrada gave you a quality start, 6 innings, and the Jays continue the good starting pitching. They're on a roll right now. Excuse me. They got to keep it going, though. I mean, the bullpen came out. Joe Biagini actually got an inning, but I mean, he walked the batter and gave up 2 hits and gave up another run. He's still having a tough time. But Tim Meza, who I've been preaching to actually get some time. Now, I understand it's a 13-3 game, so it really doesn't matter, but he gives you 2 innings, giving up only 1 hit, striking out a batter, no runs, clean 2-inning ball game to end it. And so that bottom line, you got to rest all your relievers after yesterday and Thursday's fiascos, right? All those extra inning affairs. You saw Biagini and Meza come out of the bullpen. I love it. That's what you like to see. And for the Jays offense, I mean, when you get 19 hits and 13 runs, you are unbelievable. I mean, I'm proud of these guys. I really am. Granders was 4 for 5 with 6 RBIs. I think 6 RBIs is a career high for him. Solarte was 3 for 5. Hernandez was 2 for 5. Morales was 2 for 5. Pilar was 2 for 5. Martin was 0 for 4, but he walked. That seems to be a common theme for him. Grichuk was 3 for 5. Diaz was 1 for 5. And Gio Urshela, with back-to-back very, very good games. He was 2 for 4 in the game and scored 3 runs, and he also walked once. Averaged at 250 and an on-base percentage of 302. Very good, very, very nice from Gio. But, guys, Randall Grichuk's average now, 181. He's back up there. He's ahead of Russell Martin, if you want to put it in perspective. This team came to play today, and they're like, we want this sweep, and they got it. They've won 4 straight, only 5 games under 500. Now, you think how bad they've been over the last little while. This 4-game sweep was needed. Now, let's not get too excited because it is the 19 and 45 Baltimore Orioles. So let's take it easy a little bit. But now, you hit the road to take on the Tampa Bay Rays at Tropicana Field. The Blue Jays, as an organization, have always had issues playing there. Except for those 2 years they made the playoffs, that they surprisingly had some good times there, which kind of shocked me a little bit there. But let's see if this role they got against the Orioles is legit, or is it just you're playing Baltimore, now you're playing a little bit better team in the Tampa Bay Rays. Actually, they've really faltered. They've been awful. They're 1-9 in their last 10. Okay, so there's another team that's down. It's a divisional team. You bury them. And I think with the win today, the Jays actually passed the Rays. They did. 30 and 35 are the Blue Jays. 29 and 35 are the Rays. So for this Blue Jays ball club, you go on the road now. Game 1 goes tomorrow. Sam Gaviglio on the mound, coming off a great start against the Yankees in his last one. Jaime Garcia going in Game 2. And then the finale, which is a Wednesday afternoon game. J Happ gets the ball to round out the 3-game series before the Jays have an off day. So for this team, I think this series is going to tell us a few things. It's going to tell us, okay, this team, it wasn't just that you're facing the Baltimore Orioles that you won those games. If they win, if they lose the series and they don't get any offense and their pitching sucks, then it was the Baltimore Orioles. But only time will tell. What we can do for right now is enjoy the 4-game sweep of the O's, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys enjoyed this game today, hit that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit that subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below. Who's your player of the game in this one? Would you give it to Estrada? Which batter would you give it to? Maybe Granderson, maybe Grichuk, maybe Solarte, Morales. Tons of names there you could use for the player of the game. And just when I hear Kendrys Morales and Oppo Taco home run, I don't believe it, but he did it. It was a great piece of hitting. I mean, he did a great job, and he's done very, very well as of late. But temper expectations when it comes to K-Money, all right? So, but we'll talk to you. Let me know what you guys thought about the game and all that stuff, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow night as the Blue Jays look to kind of show us that this wasn't just a Baltimore Orioles thing, because they take on the Tampa Bay Rays tomorrow night. 7:10 first pitch at stupid Tropicana Field. Sam Gaviglio against I don't know for the Tampa Bay Rays, because it doesn't have anything here. It's got Sam Gaviglio on the mound for the Blue Jays. He's looking to continue his role of great starts for this team and maybe get this team on a nice little roll here, going for win number 5 in a row. That would be great. We'll talk to you guys then.